my top parlays for week 5.
Here are two of my favorite parlays for the week. They're all going to be first touchdown scorer parlays. So we got Jaden Daniels, Kenneth Walker, CeeDee Lamb. Let me explain. Dallas has 9 touchdowns on the year, Pittsburgh 6, Seattle 12, New York Giants 6, Washington 13, Browns 6. We got two honorable mentions here. I'll show you in the next parlay. Green Bay 11, LA 7, Minnesota 14 touchdowns, Jets 9. And all I'm doing is I'm picking from those teams that have those more touchdowns against these lesser scoring teams. And I'm picking either the first highest touchdown scorer or the second highest touchdown scorer. And in this 5 leg parlay, that's all I'm doing. I'm just tacking on those extra 2 wide receivers. And the payout is pretty crazy for 10 cents.
Number 2.
We got the Bengals and the Ravens. We got a weak passing defense from the Ravens, a weak running defense from the Bengals. And I went through and I took all the yards per game of each of these players, quarterbacks, running backs, wide receivers, and all of these legs of the parlays are below their average yards per game. So pretty conservative. I'm excited about this one. I also threw the over in there. You don't have to throw the over in there if you're not feeling it. But with the over, it's going to be $1 to $45. And again, very conservative parlay in my opinion. So let's see how it goes.
Number 3.
This is one of my favorite parlays for the week. We got the Chiefs and the Saints, both teams with really good run defenses. So we're going pass heavy in this one. Everything on the Saints side, super conservative, below their yards per game for QB and wide receivers and receptions, nothing too crazy. And then the Chiefs side, it's a little bit different. Mahomes is going to be below his yards per game, but the wide receivers are going to be slightly above, just ever so slightly above, because Rashee Rice is out, their top wide receiver. So these guys are going to get a little bit more yards. Still pretty conservative. $1 to $30, nothing crazy. I like this one. Let's see if it cashes out.
Number 4.
We got the Jags and the Colts. I went a very conservative parlay here, and I'll explain why. But first, let me show you the dollar parlay is going to turn into $115, just under $115. But yeah, this is super conservative parlay. I took the yards per game of all of these players, quarterbacks, wide receivers, running backs, and I went under their yards per game, except for Joe Flacco, who has not played a complete game yet. So I went 200 yards on Joe Flacco, which is the most ambitious thing on this parlay. So you can change that if you want to. But he is going against the second worst passing defense in the league. So this one is pretty thought out, pretty conservative in almost every regard. I like this one. We'll see how it plays out.